For as long as there's been cars, there have been car salesmen. But while cars have changed a lot, the salesmen haven't. Their main aim is still to get you to buy from them instead of someone else and to turn a profit. But it is a dog-eat-dog business, so over the years, the car trade has developed a whole range of psychological techniques to give them the edge over you, to persuade you, once you've come into the showroom, to stay and pay. But the trouble is, you're not meant to know these tactics. It's like being on a stage in a play, and you're the only one who hasn't seen the script. This man, though, knows his lines backwards. Peter Holt has been a car dealer for 8 years and is an expert in the art of customer persuasion. But now he's written a book revealing the secrets of the car salesman. You may plead poverty when you walk through the door, but the salesman isn't listening. He's looking.
What we're trying to establish here is, can you afford the car without actually asking you the question directly?
Right, so what are you making me?
We look at things like shoes, trousers, watch. Well, you've given us away immediately with a smart watch, so we immediately know you can afford a nice car.
If he's going to sell you a car, the first thing a salesman must do is buy your time.
Ah, that is hot.
That's on purpose because we're trying to buy 10 minutes of your time. The other reason is that it's a gift and you feel a little bit obligated because I've just given you a free coffee.
Well, I've had better gifts, but... Oh, God knows. I've had better gifts, but this is considered a gift, yeah? You've given me something.
That's right, and now I want something from you.
The test drive may seem like a random trundle around the streets, but for the salesman, it's a shortcut to a better deal.
Right turns are particularly difficult to negotiate, and of course you're in a new car, so when you get to a situation like this where you're going to turn right now, you're most likely to be asked a question like, so how much do you want for your part exchange car then?
Oh, well, that's... Because, yeah, here I am going... Why have you done this? Why have you written this book?
Well,
giving these things away?
Yeah, I wrote the book really because I felt concerned for clients. When you go and buy a house, you go and enlist the help of a surveyor and a solicitor. When you go and buy a car, you're never taught anything about the streetwise nature of negotiating, buying and selling. So we're not trying to say that you know, that the goods are defective or anything like that. What we're saying is this is the tactics that a salesperson will use, and here's a way of combating them. Know what you're up against.
At the end of the drive, a shrewd salesman will always make you park the shiny new car next to the old banger you came in, just to get those desire juices flowing a bit more.
Questioning is really, really important, isn't it? Why?
Well, there's two types of question. There's an open question, questions which start with who, what, where, when, why.
Yeah.
And then there's a closed question. Tell me, do you, will you, should you, could you? A classic example of a really closed question would be, does your wife know that you're having an affair?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just thinking it through.
But if you answer yes or no, you've incriminated yourself immediately.
If I say yes, I am having an affair, then I am saying I'm having an affair. If I say no...
You're still having an affair, but your wife doesn't know about it.
I'm not. So, I won't answer that. So give us a car showroom version of that.
Well, how about if I said to you, when would you like to take delivery of this car, on Thursday or Friday?
Oh, bugger.
With a wife, for instance,
right.
you would ask to try and understand whether she's interested in the purchase. You would say, would you like to stay here while we take the test drive?
You can't say that.
Well, immediately then you find out whether she's really a decision maker in the buying process.
The salesman may tell you he's involving the sales manager in the negotiations, but in truth, the big man's day is rarely disturbed.
Let's say the customer wants £500 off. I go around the back, I probably won't see the sales manager, come back and offer £100 off.
Yeah.
Do this several times and it wears the customer down. By the time you get to £300, they're finished.
Once you've bought the car, it's time to buy the extras. And yet again, Peter has a neat trick for squeezing a few more quid out of the deal.
Well, I don't just give you this list. I'm going to say to you, obviously you want carpets and mud flaps. And
Cheap.
what don't you want?
So I've already spent, like, how much?
£100?
Nice.
Peter reckons that 2/3 of punters end up buying a different car from the one they went in for. So his advice is simple. Don't be British. If you want a discount, ask for one. And if you know how much you want to spend, don't keep it a secret. Tell him on the spot. That way, you'll avoid the salesman's pantomime.